First thing I do if they give me a time machine is go back to the period of the porn theater and go in and see what the f*** going on in there. You know what I mean? Lots of no doubt about that. Just everywhere. Well, Tyler, we're going to go on an adventure. Where do you want to go today? I'll let you pick. We can go to Granbury or Corsicana. Corsicana is on the way. Granbury's not. And those are all the relevant facts.
Wherever you want to go, Corey. Are we going to Waco? Is that where we're heading?
Oh, we're going to go all over the place. Today's going to be a motherfucking adventure. We will be all in there. What do you want to eat for lunch, Tyler? We can do a food review. Have you ever ate a teller at Wells Fargo?
Ate a teller?
Yeah. No? It's all right. A little gamey, but nice. The cameramen are often forgot about right until the HOV lane. Then you remember. Cameramen are people too. Tyler, you ever feel like you're forgot about? You ever feel like you're not a part of the conversation because you're always shooting the conversation? You know what I mean? Tyler's such a good cameraman, he won't even answer. But we're in that HOV lane legally, so we're good. I have no idea where we're going right now, but we're towing a big ass trailer through these concrete walls. We're in the concrete jungle. We were in the HOV lane, now we're on the feeder road. It's kind of how life ends up sometimes. I feel like we need to find something to eat though. Good trailer parking though, so it's probably gonna be Buc-ee's. Could be Buc-ee's. Maybe not though. Maybe we'll find something. Is there a Texas Roadhouse on the trail? I don't think so. I think we're at Chili's, maybe Applebee's. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Corsicana. Okay. Forever ago we fired this contractor because he was gonna install a fridge in one of our rentals and it blew out of his truck and just like hit the interstate and got ran over. And he sent us a picture of that and said he quit. And that was it. It's the last time we talked to him. But anyways, we had to tap him back in because he's a Corsicana local, so we had to call him back in like a relief pitcher 4 years later to see if he wanted to rehab this house. What you may see will shock you. It'll definitely shock Spoonie. But this man has like 7 kids and they all work for him. The girl has been working for him since she was 2. I remember her on job sites at 2 years old dragging carpet and shit. And I guarantee you she's there because it's summertime. I don't know, she's like 9 now or something. So it'd be a very interesting take for people that are like, whoa, people do that to their kids? Yes, they do. They work the shit out of them. And that's what this man does. They'll be like his grandma there or maybe his wife. She's like cooking the whole time. Pretty wild setup. So hopefully we get the full experience. It's 2 o'clock. You know, they might knock off because it might get too hot, but I doubt it. But if we get there and they're there, you'll see the whole family unit working and all doing their own, adding their own thing to the equation. I've never ate the food. They never offered it to me. That's how you know you're a bad boss. When whoever's Tia that is over there cooking tortillas and you're like, hey, mijo, come get you some. That's how you know you're a bad boss. Old theaters from like the 30s and 40s before they finally went out of business and became something else. It was just a fucking porn theater where men went and jacked off together. So, you know, like when we're in that Grapevine theater over there and Grapevine or whatever it is, you just know that thousands of men have rubbed one out in there because when it could no longer make it as a theater, it had to become a porn theater, you know? It's kind of the natural progression of things. I didn't make the rules, I just know that's what happened, you know? It's kind of like how an old convenience store becomes like a fucking hole-in-the-wall barbecue joint before it's bulldozed. It's like it was a convenience store until 1950, then it was vacant for 20 years. And then one guy cooked barbecue in here for 40 years. Then he died, now it's been bulldozed, and we got a QT, which is what we wanted from the beginning. We just didn't know they existed. That's how theaters are, except right there in the middle, thousands of men jacking off.
You'd think the internet would make those obsolete, huh?
The internet did. You know, you no longer have to go into a room full of strangers, you know? But I mean, what was that like? Like, you know, is it something you did on your own? Like, boomers in the comment section, let us know. Like, was that something you just did, you know? Like in secrecy, wore disguise, went in there and fucking rubbed one out? Watching a 70-foot vagina, if they even showed that. They probably only showed boobs. It was probably like some weird Skinamax. But, or was it something you called the boys up and said, hey guys, guess what we're doing on Thursday? Happy hour? Yep, but at our usual. And they went in there together and you just, you know what I mean, broed out, jacked off together or whatever. Maybe a Dutch rudder. I don't know.
Do you think they looked at each other? Like...
I mean, the weirdos, you know? It's like, I don't know. don't know how it went. I mean, I really am curious. I would like first thing I do if they give me a time machine is go back to the period of the porn theater and go in and see what the fuck's going on in there. You know what I mean? Like, is there seats in between? Are they all bunched up together? Is it a sold out fucking crowd? You know, like, is there a busy hour? Like, is it busier during the day or is it at night? Like, what was it really like in there? Lots of semen, no doubt about that. Just fucking cum everywhere. Well, shit. Might notice there's no windows on this beauty. Now, I'll show you something because I find it hilarious and I don't know what the point of it is. But this is a pier and beam house, okay? So typically you would have skirting around the bottom and siding around the top. This looks like some sort of flashing they put on here at the top rather than putting the first sheet to the top and then putting what they needed on the bottom for skirting and having a normal line down there. They did this, and I don't understand what this is. This, I mean, I think I looked at this before they trimmed it up, and it's flashing of some sort. It goes up and then goes under this. It's actually back behind there too. So to me, it looks like dog shit. I don't know what it'll look like once it's painted. So they're gonna come through and they'll caulk every one of these nail holes. Every one of these nail holes will get a little dab of caulk. They'll caulk this line right here. Yeah, that's where a sheet comes together at, right here. They'll caulk that. They got a little, something ain't quite right there. Makes me kinda sad, but maybe they'll get a big gap of caulk in there. Looks like they're trimming it out up the top. They're gonna trim it out up there as well. It's almost ready for paint. But so the previous owner had fixed the foundation, but fixing foundation without fixing drainage issues doesn't actually fix the foundation. So right now you got all this water coming off the roof up here. Get this shot up here, Tyler. All that water is gonna come off the roof. When it does, it lands down here and then it runs back under the house, okay? Now, some people would say, well, we'll build a dam to keep the water from going under the house, but even still then, you're gonna have a low spot for the water to go. So the only real way to fix it is to take this right here down. So we'll take this down, and then along this sidewalk right here, we'll come in and we'll take this down so it can go back to through the backyard. So it'll be like a little ditch, go around the house. Gonna bring the Mini X over here to do all that. Mini X on another job right now, but as soon as it gets freed up, I'll pull all this out, throw it in a roll off, haul it to my house, dump it out, and it'll be done. See on the inside, we've got a lot going on in here. Don't know it all. A single window. Huh. So one thing that'll happen, got a little spot over here. They're gonna trim all this out, but if you look right up here, that big gap right there, that'll be trimmed out, be closed up. He said he's putting soffit in. Oh, he is putting soffit. He put a soffit right here. You can see up top. This didn't have a soffit before. Now it does. Once it gets trimmed out. The one thing it needs on this soffit though is it needs vent holes. I don't know if he's gonna cut holes and put a vent or drill holes. Not gonna be able to get inside. It's a 3-bed, 1-bath, pretty simple house. I think we paid around $50,000 for it. All in, we're gonna have about 90 in this project. Comps out at 160, 170, 180, could go over 200. Doesn't really matter to me if it sells. It's a $1,500 a month rental. We'll put a $1,500 a month tenant in here and wait this thing out, wait this interest rate environment out. The one thing I do have curiosity about though is, how hot is it out here, Tyler?
Pretty damn.
It's been hot for a while. It hadn't rained in a while. That is water. So don't know where that water's coming from. Don't know if it's a sewer line. Don't know if it's a water line. I'm guessing sewer runs to the alley, but I see sewer lines up here in the front, so I don't know. There's something going on here though. Have to dig in and figure that out. I don't think the water's on here, so could be something. I don't know what it is. If you enjoyed this video, please, for the love of God, let us know in the comment section. Also, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell so you know every time a new one drops.